Hello, this is Sandeep, and this time I'm going to teach you how to plot a chart in Excel. First, let's get the data ready through which we can populate values for a chart. I'm going to autofill the data up to 6.2. The number, this peculiar number, I have picked from the exact measure of angles, which is in radians. So these numbers, if we have a complete cycle, we will reach from 0 angle to 2 pi radians, which is basically or commonly known as 0 degree to 360 degree. But since later engineers have found that exact measure is not obtained in degrees, it is obtained in radians, so we work in radians. So 2 pi makes one complete round, and 2 into pi stands for 3.142. At 3 decimal places it stands like that. You multiply by 2 the number pi, you will get 6.2 something. So if you understood what I said, let us get on with the chart. We will What we will do is, we have populated the numbers, and then we have a sine function written inside a cell. Now pick the value and press enter. It will generate the value. If you double click, this will not work. What you need to do is delete this, and now double click it. This means it will update itself for all the adjacent values. So these are the sign of this value, this is sign of this value, this is sign of this value. If you double click it, you will know that this is the data on which sine function has been calculated. Anyway, we have got our values. Now let us plot a graph to see. Obviously the numbers can't be read by a human mind up to the point where we can generate a picture. For this we need a tool to sketch the graph, and that is what we do with Excel. We will use these values and go to the insert tab, go for the line type graph, click on it, and there you see you have got a graph for yourself. When you have got this graph, you can edit the legends if you want, or you can insert the legends, the markings, the labels, everything, and you can change the chart type also. So let us play with the different kind of charts that we can see. We have a bar chart, so we can convert it into bar chart. Then we can change the type to other, which is a skewed 3D model. Let us change the chart type again, which is line, which we already drew. Let us move ahead and let us see how area chart looks like. This is what it looks like. So a sine graph, engineers are very much interested in plotting a sine graph, which is what we have just done. And I am showing you the ways for a computer engineer, an application that helps us to draw this graph in different shades, different ways. You can obtain a 3D graph also, which is available as a option in Excel. And I think that is pretty much about it, how to go ahead with it and change the type of chart when whatever way you find it better to present to a meeting or to put it into a report that you might be preparing. So this is how we do it. We get ourselves data, we get ourselves the data that needs to be plotted, we select that data and just plot it. If you want one more example, slower this time, let us put 1 2 3 4 5 points only, and let us just draw this. If we draw this, it will be a linear graph. Let us change this a bit. Let us put a formula. Let us calculate the square of this number. Let us do a square root. So I have chosen this. Just square root of this will give you this, and you can hover your mouse bottom right corner, press the mouse button, drag down to get this. Now what you can do is you can plot the numbers and their square roots together, insert a graph that allows you to show the data in a pictorial form. So 1 has a square root 1, but 2 has a square root little lower than that. 3 has got a square root 1.7, then 2 4 has a square root of 2, you can read from the graph also, and then again 5 has a square root of 2.23. So this is the importance of Excel. When you see the data alone, you don't know what is this, but as soon as you draw, you can get um, information out of it that it is linearly growing, but the relations are different. These relations, these ways to interpret large information quickly can be done by graphing or drawing pictures of these numbers. So probably there are many more examples that can be given to plot graphs, but this is enough for the moment as a good start. Thank you.